It is Be Kind to Humankind Week, and we're talking with the founder of Rocks of Unity, Alexa Zappia, to learn how to make sure that your children treat everyone with respect as they head back to school. Alexia, thanks for coming on
Thank
on
you.
a holiday. It's a Monday, too.
I know, but happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day to you.
Yes, happy Labor Day.
Let's first talk about Rocks of Unity, and what is that organization all about?
Yeah, so I actually started here in Buffalo when I was a junior in college. I went to school to be a teacher. I went to St. John Fisher, and I just saw that there was a lot of bullying and intolerance in my classroom, and so I created a lesson plan to speak to that. So basically, I built curriculum, and then each student was given a rock at the end of it, and they decorated it to represent who they are, but not the surface level differences, below that. And all of those were then placed in a permanent installation, and you're able to see the diversity within one classroom, one school, whatever. And so I thought that it would just stay in my classroom and that was it. But no, it took on a life of its own quickly. So now it has an outreach of over 25 different countries and 35 different states. I have a branch of this called Rocks of Unity Rockstars, in which celebrities actually decorate a rock and they send it back to me. And you're able to just basically see that kindness is a human value. Social status doesn't matter. So, people like Andy Cohen and James Taylor and Michael Bublé and Kristen Chenoweth and Kelly Ripa, all these really big celebrities are now attaching to this, but it ultimately comes down to kindness. And I love it.
Absolutely, and so much traction, even from those top celebrities.
Yeah.
And you founded it.
Thank you.
So let's talk about, obviously, this week.
Yeah.
Be Kind to Humankind Week, and we also have back to school. So many kids out there, they may have some anxiety on the first day back. What's your message to kids who may be feeling those types of emotions, but also other kids in class?
Yeah, for sure. So there's two things I always say with Rocks of Unity. The slogan of it is, our differences don't divide us, they unite us. And I don't think of difference as a negative thing. And for someone who says, oh, I don't see difference, I don't see difference, that's the problem. So accepting who everyone is for who they are, I think, is super, super important. And then also, as I say, when I go into different places and do this, when you have the choice of being right and being kind, choose kind, because you will always be right.
Absolutely. Very accurate statement there. And for those kids out there, families who may be dealing with some of these issues, there's resources out there, right? You can talk to people, reach out to the guidance counselor or reach out to school leadership or other agencies, right, in the community.
Yeah, of course. And then I think it's also really important to kind of note that, I think at least that when we are born to love. But as we get older and we kind of get exposed to the world, that's where that, bullying and intolerance kind of comes from. So it's not just a kid problem. I think it stems from adults as well. So even adults who may not be seen or may not be heard, always find a safe space, always find a safe person to go to. And that's not just if something is wrong, but always finding your person that will accept you for who you are. They might not always agree with you fully, but they will accept you fully. And I think that's, important.
All right, very powerful statement there indeed. Alexia Zappia, thank you for coming on in.
Thank you.
We do appreciate the time.
Of course, thank you for having me.